来自马来西亚，香鸡、品书、新法香已经纳入村鸾的日常生活中哈。上人说，佛法就在日常生活中，处处皆法。
Hello, everyone.
就是在行菩萨道。
Good day.
菩萨道难行。
We are looking at the previous week's program.
大道就在前方，明心见性就能抵达彼岸。
Good. What a delight to start our online broadcast.
好，直播初级开心自己，
No matter where you are, wonderful to have you today.
相互激励说慈济，相约闻法心笃定，相信自己有潜力，拥抱
The review of last week is a brother Tao that's giving him applaud. He is still working, but he used his leisure time to edit the clip for us. And also, we are glad brother from Yunnan already joined us. And Sister Guan from Canada said she never absent from our study group. Next week, you can see Brother Hu from Turkey. So next time actually will be Brother Hu's wife, Sister Zhuyi, share for us. So we know that recently many people from abroad come back to our site here. So Brother Zhen will come next week. We have a new Life Maker program for the Tzu-Chi Youth Group. And also in the university, Tzu-Chi University, we have a volunteer advanced program. And in our Dai TV, we have a new Dai Love Street. So join us. We have a new short program from Master's teachings. Let's look at the hidden fruit. Do we have happy mindset? Or do we have a depressed mindset? Today, if we feel depressed, everyone we see will cause us to feel a sense of heaven. Go away, stop bothering me. This is our attitude. Will anything we come in contact with make us happy? Nothing will make us happy. So we need to regularly adjust our mindset so that all the times we can be happy, peaceful, and at ease. This is what we must all learn. We must learn to develop this attitude for dealing with things every day. If we look at people with a happy mindset, everyone is a good person. If we look with things with a peaceful mindset, each thing is a good thing. Thank you. This is Master's teaching. If we look at people with happy mindset, everyone will be happy. It's very short, less than 3 minutes. Some are even just more than 1 minute. If we can spread this to our friends in such a short time, they might get a lot of good thoughts from this. And also, we have an English caption. So I believe everyone now are trying to learn English. Let's say this program is called Healing Fruit. We have distributed all this script to please scan the QR code. It's in all our medias. Make sure to give it to our family and friends. Ruocen is our new exercise coach on Dai TV. It's called Dai Sport. Only 3 minutes each time, so do exercise with our coach. Our new program, Way Back Home. Yeah, all the actors will be here today, and even we want to invite more people to enjoy, to do this. If you love Master, talk more about Tzu-Chi. So we show this magnet and charm. You can as a gift for you. So if we love Master, we talk more about Tzu-Chi. Let's look at the Jinshi aphorism. Every month I have 2 aphorisms. Our volunteer from England, from British, said these are very good for they are spreading the Dharma. So we just spread the message out. So join our effort to spread this Jinshi aphorism. On the right, a life without mission is a life without value. So, Brother Li and Sister Ruocen is on site here. They have a lot of value in their life. So let's review Master's ideal talent here. Every time, let's look. Modest and not arrogant, pure with self-respect, cultivation, and virtue. Always hold selfless love and treat everyone equally. Open-minded and control temper. Work hard and harmoniously with others. Show good etiquette in speech and actions. Enlighten virtues with pure heart. Focus on general principles and not trifles. With qualified followers like this, Master will feel at ease. Wish everyone be an ideal talent in Master's eyes. So let us put our palms on chest and say, relax, Master. We are your ideal disciple. Master, please relax. Now I see everyone on the crowd always say hi to Master. Let's look at Master. Okay, let's have both thumbs up. Thank you for being here to tell your neighbors. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Master, give us, we must be a messenger for the Dharma. This year, Master say, if the Dharma can go into people's heart, then you can purify the world.
我们现在都已经很注意了，每一次上人给团队的一个方向的时候，马上去注记，并且写下日期，
Let's say
我们就会
when there are
知道。所以
a lot of people here, then it means that it's useful for the world. So the Dharma must go into the world. You have done so much. So if we love Master, we should talk more about Tzu-Chi. New program here with the needle and thread. We will have a group. We have already 100 people registered for this new program. I always tell the people from abroad, you don't need to join because right now we only provide for the local, for Taiwan only. They want to connect the love, I believe. Especially for me, that I cannot do any handicraft at all. Starting from July 12th, from 2 to 4. Okay, people in the southern Taiwan, please bring your seniors to our Jinsu Cafe from 2 to 4 every Wednesday. The second week, which is we will use Zoom to connect everyone. And then we will do the handicraft with all the needles and thread. Master already gave us the blessing, so we cannot stop. I am so happy for these few days that so many people already like to join us, this group. This will be fun. So you can scan the QR code for our read over the crowd. You can see that actually these are all handicrafts. And we can use this as a gift to promote our Dharma. Or if you have anybody have a new house, you can use a housewarming gift. We are not going to give you the rice dumpling, but we are going to give you this next week. The grandma is doing this. Keep doing it. So I told her not to do too much. So she used all the leftovers to do all these beautiful charms. So everyone here will have one gift today on site. So in July, if you have anyone that need to take an exam, the entrance test, please give him one of these as a gift. Thank you, Sister Bidian from Tainan, the interior design. She is doing a lot of things. Today, for the multiple translation, Master said after the oral, we already have interpretation, written translation too. This is Jack. Jack told me this morning, said, out of these 7, we have 4 people cannot come today.
挡3小时，而且今天还有大爱剧场这一个部分，完全是没得，就是不晓得现场要谈什么的那一个状况。哎，
好的。
等一下。
Okay, here.
大爱剧场的流程，我的。
Jack told me.
所以在这个地方呢，
We have 3 people to join us.
有4个人请假，但是马上
from another team. Richard and Yang are here.
美国的团队第5周的
And for Japanese
所以我们真的
and for Cantonese team.
感恩薛美玉带着他们的好美玉雅一山田世杰宇鹤以及我们的粤语团队掌声。
Oh, they do many jobs together. Some are Hakka and Cantonese together.
粤语、马来语也什么，也英语也客语。
This is the second week's Malay translators.
好几位都是这样。好，我们的第2周的跨国马来。
Thank you, guys.
感恩律师银元、金燕、雨香、易化、红颖、美玲、宝仪、丽妮。
Every time I need to mention here, Sister Fu in the middle.
她听不懂华语。
She actually need to listen to the English translation before she can translate Malay. She doesn't understand what I'm saying now. So we give them applause. Such a diligent team. The Hakka is all from Malay. Thank you. Sister Su Ping is a teacher. Only one is not teacher. All of the rest are Hakka teachers. They need to do counselor everywhere around Taiwan.
可是也因为这样子念旧，大家本来已经很好，要更好。那我就看到树平。
Sister Su Ping is the one that went back to the abode to talk to Master.
告我的那个人，然后把我从黑名单变成白名单。
Now you don't need to put me in the blacklist.
不要把我放进黑的那一挂，好不好？所以真的很好玩。那树平呢，我就看到他。 为什么礼拜3的时候，他也在云端拍照的时候会看到
She's also
上课吗？原来他也是
a lecturer, a counselor for mathematics.
他每次轮到他的
as a teacher.
他就是开车开到旁边，然后停在
And every time she actually, while she was working, she would go outside and do a Zoom with us. And one of the good effects from Sister Jian. Sister Jian is from Dai TV, and she recommended Sister Bisho to join us. And she told Bisho to say the story about in the Zhixian Education Fund. So a small action can actually move everybody. So these are the Artists Association. And another one, Sister Guan from Canada. Canada's Teachers Association has been already 20 years. And she was very appreciated that for the program last time she joined, she spent a lot of effort. It's a good thing that she can take the chance to do the inventory of her 20 years of Tzu-Chi life. She never got nervous in school for hours, but she said she was so nervous just for the 10 minutes talk. So actually, she actually controlled in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Guan, never absent from our study group. Thank you for the last 3 years. Thank you so much. Our team of this read-over crowd, we are going to go to Jiali, July 30, another charity lecture. This is our Jack. Good effect. He gets this book for a while, but when he was on the airplane last time, yeah, so he read it over. On the way back to Taiwan to do the our Ancestors Day. Can you look at him? Where is he? He is on the airplane. He said after he opened up the book, he cannot stop, because all inside are stories from all over the world, all the people working together. And in the middle of reading, there was a turbulence, and he just closed his eyes, but his mind come out with the logo. The beauty does not, the beauty comes from effort. There's no glory from waiting. This is a true amazing. So thank you, Jack. Thank you. After you read this book, give us a short sharing from 100 to 300 characters. If you do things together, it can go to permanent. Here is our team, a new team, a new written team from Tamil, India, Tamil. I cannot know their name, but we also have a Laos written translation. Thank you. Start from where you are, use the things you have, and do whatever you can. So let's pray together through the study group. Let's enjoy the group and pass on our Lama Dharma lineage. My time is coming up, so we can see all people that show us the good effect, especially for Dr. Lin from Taichung Tzu-Chi Hospital. It's so marvelous about the AI produced PowerPoint. I try to do it, but not every piece I have is so bad. I want to ask Dr. Lin, how do you do that? And thank you, Sister Jinshu, Bi Jian. You have so many good effects. Comment. The one from Taichung also expect from the beginning. And we can see now it's our editor group from our read over the crowd. 3 of them share with us. Next week, we are going to have a new story for this group. And thank you. Brother Hanwen from Thank you for all the group of this book. So many places in the world. Please share our study group to your friends. You can see from comments on the YouTube English channel.
雪龙的玉梅，他说 ，My brother been taken away in Dr. Lin Beijiang's stories. Indeed, a great healer with lots of compassion. His entire presentations are engraved in my mind, not to discount our healthy with life pursuit.
He was really impressed by Dr. Beijiang's story. So we need to precious our life. So please do the comment on YouTube also. You can see Sister Ran. Now, next time, we're going to have the call-out program here. Who will be here to share with us?
So I'm thinking, so the Mr. Qifeng, he is the deputy CEO of Tzu-Chi, Colombo and Selangor, Malaysia. So he is going to be sharing their mission, transforming the Buddha nation through dedication to education. So this is a videos from India. So this is a location has a significant historical meaning because it's where Buddha has disfound Dharma, and it looks like a eagle. So they have walked up to the mountain and to show their sincerity and their respect. And the Singapore volunteer, Mr. Wu, is sharing that it has a inspiring to be able to close to where 1,000 years ago the Buddha expound Dharma, and then they really help them to get close, feel that they are closer to Dharma. So, the brother Su, Qifeng, is sharing that 2,500 years ago, they have seen a lot of homeless people and beggars on the street, and then it was kind of like what they used to like in 2,500 years ago. So he said, we need a lot of energy and power and willpower to make better of this, make this place a better place. So their 10 school, 10 elementary school and middle school superintendent Fang Lambini gathered together to have a meeting about how to improve the children's education environment and also their livelihood. So she's saying that with all the aid that Tzu-Chi provide, a lot of students can actually attend school, so and they can catch up with the education they left behind. So that's something they're very happy to see. So we're really grateful for the team from Singapore and Malaysia to be so dedicated in this effort to have children to come to school. So there is a teachers union from Tzu-Chi, and then it started in Taiwan. and they have been doing a lot of exchange in with different countries. So, but sometimes, but like, because in Taiwan's unions, a teachers union has a difficult time to reach out to countries like Nepal or India, but Malaysia and Singapore, they have the ability to cross that language barrier. So they were the main team to bring aid and then to bring hope to the students over there. So in the politics, only over 2/3 of students in the school were not able to finish high school years. So that's something that we really want to change. And now, please welcome Mr. Su, the CEO of Tzu-Chi, Colombo and Selangor, Malaysia. Hello, brother Su. Please go for it.
好，感恩很有活力的美老师哈。
I'm very grateful to be here.
金色师傅
Open Master, Master Chen, Open Master, and everyone on the internet. Good morning. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to share with you guys. Master Chen has continued to remind us to drink more water and stay hydrated. So where I am located is the same latitude with Jinse boat, and the weather is really hot, and the highest temperature will go up to 44 degrees Celsius. And so staying hydrated is very important. So to pay our respect and show our gratitude to Buddha as teaching, so we want to like help the Buddha's hometown to have a better situation. So they kind of want to improve the livelihood here and improve the education opportunities. So it is a heavy burden on the education team. So we are really struggle to see how we can actually achieve that goal. Before I start, I will let everyone understand the environment and the condition that we're facing in the places. In Lumbini, a lot of students don't have shoes, and a lot of them don't have to wear one shoes, like one can only play one shoe for the pair. So a lot of children has cold injury. Even during winter time, they have only one layer of uniform to wear. So for all of during the winter time, the volunteer usually wear 3 or 4 layers. So it is a big challenge for them to figure out how to care for the children. And this is the winter time when they are sitting outside to use outside as the study places. So their lunch, school lunch is basically just oatmeal with a lot of water, and children they don't really have the utensil to eat, so they use leaves as their utensil, and then so they can have to put their bowl on the floor. And it brought us sorrow to watch those kids living in this kind of condition. And as you can see, majority of children don't have uniform. And some of the families, like when the parents have to work and they don't have babysitters, so they even have to bring their brother, sister, sibling to the school. So their first grade classroom, in one classroom they have 80 students. So this is the left side is a high school, the right side is elementary school. That's the picture that they took together. In the school, like the dropout rate is really, really high. So where they started, one thing is a humanistic education. So they starting to incorporate Jinsen affirmation into their daily task, like the living, dressing, and eating and walking. So we start the education program with things is visible to people. So to correct, well, not correct, but to adjust their behaviors. So this is a team that participate in the first distribution. So there are different way, different stage to go into the local residents' home and then to plant the seeds of humanistic culture. And so on the right side and is the before, and then the left side is the after, after they were able to distribute a lot of uniforms. So you can see like a little bit differences, and then this is the humanistic culture that we're trying to present. And so the two girls, the boys and girls, they came to school with barefoot, and then they have shoes. They were able to wear shoes to go home. And the superintendent was even like trying to line out all the shoes themselves. So before that, you have seen that the kids have to use leaf as their utensil and sometimes use papers as their food plate. So that is something that we wanted to inspire and to adjust their behavior to able to eat properly. So a lot of children were able to learn how to use spoon and the proper utensil for eating. The student, they have the tea offering ceremony. So she feels so honored because she is the only one has that honor to offer tea to their principal. So she has seen that the school has changed after Tzu-Chi came over. Like even the principal, when they see the school's dirty, he will help to clean. When they see the shoes is over places, he will line those shoes together. So they have seen that the principal has to lead by example and then to teach the kids the proper etiquette. And they also has organized a sports event for all students to participate. And they have organized events where children will wash their parents' feet to show how they appreciate their parents' effort to care for them. And in one of the school, they have to promote the idea of the rice bucket, meaning that they have people to collect rice from their daily meals to donate to the less fortunate people, and they have incorporated Jesus affirmation in their school, and then they have taught the happy face at the school, and then so you can see a lot of children are much happier, and then they have really beautiful smile. So they have become their signature thing to enter the school. Every time when they go to school, they just have to do a happy face gestures to show how happy they are. So this, this is like the kids like their notes, and then one of the kids said that Jinsan is not something we just post on the wall, but it's something we need to implement in our daily lives. So the teachers union has planted a lot of seeds, and they have recruit like local teachers to join the union, and then to also have the school principal and teachers to participate in Tzu-Chi events like the charity events, volunteer training, book study, and all that stuff.
When I meet the Tzu-Chi brothers and sisters, then my inner feeling, my heart divert more to how I can spend more time to the poor people. Tzu-Chi volunteers, I think, very humanity people. Their commitment.
He said that I can spend more time to the who are less fortunate. I'm really inspired when I see how sincere Tzu-Chi volunteers to serve other people, and this has crossed religion and then the barrier of religion, and I feel like what I got is worth more than just gold. And I only know Tzu-Chi for 3 months, but I feel like I have known Tzu-Chi for so long because their event and their behaviors has impact me very much. So thank you, Brother Qifeng, but since we have limited time, so if we have more time. So this is really, thank you. So have we, please give a round of applause for our volunteer teams in Singapore and Malaysia.
这前面刚好有人离开吗？下面主场的家人，上人也跟他们一样，以前上人很少比这样子的。你有没有发现这几天上人会比什么？好，大家一起幸福的脸。导播有 take 吗？好，幸福的脸。
So have you noticed like Master Chen had really do the happy face kind of the move, but now Master Chen has done that too. So we have a lot to learn from the teachers union. So from the feedback.
慈露师姐带领30多位的储备教师回花莲慈中培训取经，全程用爱来陪伴，用心来学习。师兄对于慈济人文的教育使命感，推动近似语的热度，让我们印象非常的深刻。如今看到他见机履机，愿大之间，远赴尼泊尔发愿用教育来翻转孩子的人生，带动本土的志工投入自己的故乡来建设。
So the feedback was showing that back in when brother had brought back teachers to the Tzu-Chi University, and they were recommending them on extending the education. And we're very grateful for the Singapore Malaysian volunteers and how down to earth they are and wholeheartedly devoted to the missions and direction that Master has pointed to them. And from his sharing, we can see it is clearly evident that whether it is charity or education, Tzu-Chi has never ceased the impact in the local area. So whenever people ask them if they're coming back to Taiwan, they're saying that now that besides going to Taiwan, they have another mission, which is going to Nepal. And so let's give them a round of applause to share our gratitude to them. They will soon hit 44 degrees Celsius during the day, so we really wish them to take care of themselves. It's kind of hard to imagine how hot it gets in 44 degrees Celsius. So coming back to our stage here, right now we have more than 54,000 heart lotuses that we have that people have donated. So we thank you all for your diligent effort and encourage you to continue on. And so now we like to share with you some of the new products from the Ruocen Cafe, which is now called the Blessing Biscuits. So if you're able to join the study group in person, we have all these gifts ready for you here. Of course, we really wish you're not just here for the gifts, but rather you're here to enjoy the product, enjoy the study club. And today we have the managers from Dai Technology joining us today. So if you have any questions regarding their product or design, don't be embarrassed. Feel free to ask them while they're here. I'd like to share with you this seat cushion and the neck pillow. This neck pillow is best when you're in the air-conditioned space, because if you're outside, it gets really, really warm. And now we have the 7th generation of the sunglasses. So unfortunately, we didn't have time to read the written feedbacks. So going on to our next section, we have Sister Xueyu, who is our guiding reader today on the topic of sunny sunflower. Now, she is such an example because her next guided reading is in August, but she already prepared her slides way in advance. Dear Masters, Above Masters, and everyone who are here and online, I wish you all a good day. Today, I would like to share with you the Master's footprints from 2022 in the summer. But as we know, at the end of February last year, the Ukrainian conflict has started and continue on today. So up to now, there's more than 12 million Ukrainians have left their homes. And more than 8 million Ukrainians lost their homes within the border of Ukraine. The sunflower, which is a symbol of Ukraine, appears to be wilting, making people lose hope. As we see that Tzu-Chi has activated on first notice, connecting with NGOs across the world and started the humanitarian relief. But besides emergency relief, education has also been interrupted. Through these bombings, a lot of these schools have turned into emergency shelters. And in areas where conflicts are more severe, these schools have turned into a temporary graveyard. So a lot of their educations were put on pause, put on hiatus. So Tzu-Chi University started the project, which is to assist Ukrainian students and scholars we had planned to recruit 30 Ukrainian students, including 12 students working in the underdegree, 12 Chinese studies, and 6 of the scholars. So on first notice, Tzu-Chi universities had contacted Ukrainian universities and to establish a sister school and signed the MOU. For those who are interested in coming to Tzu-Chi University, there was an online interview conducted, and applicants came from universities in Kiev or in Kharkov. These were all very famous universities in Ukraine. So we want to let them know that Tzu-Chi University is willing to be a refuge for them. So towards the summer, the students arrived in Taiwan, but because it is time at the pandemic, many of them were first in quarantine in the local hotels. But immediately they received a welcome package from Tzu-Chi University, and as soon as they're able to leave, they reported to the school.
I cannot imagine my future in Ukraine.
喜欢数学、攻读法律的 Alona 来自乌克兰第2大城市哈尔科夫，分享战争前后的街景。
When I see photos.
So Alona was from the second biggest city, Kharkov, in Ukraine.
已经有中文基础的戴月和李光琴说，会担心上战场的家人和朋友，也很思念他们。
And these two have some basic understanding of Chinese. They're very concerned about her parents and her sister, even though her sister was difficult to deal with, but she misses her so dearly as well. So after much turmoil, they arrived in Taiwan. A master had wished that these students could cherish this opportunity and be settled here and continue on their studies diligently. As Master has shared with us that the human life is filled with impermanence, and this impermanence comes from the human mind. So if everyone could put their mind together, then we can build a world where it's paradise all over everybody's hearts. And the officers of Tzu-Chi Foundation and Education Mission have extended their welcome and wishing them to be quickly adapt to their lives in Taiwan. So as they arrive, these students are like a sunflower bud ready to bloom. As we are resonating with great love, we are continuing on their education without interruption. So Tzu-Chi University is fulfilling their social responsibilities as well as following the Sustainable Development Goals, which is promoting education, quality education or equality education. So Tzu-Chi provided their airfare, their tuition, as well as their living expenses while they're in Taiwan. As we consider their cultural shock when they arrived in Taiwan, Tzu-Chi University provided them with one-to-one care with local volunteers. Besides schoolwork, Tzu-Chi University also planned volunteer activities as we see these pictures that these students went to local long-term care locations, and so that they can experience firsthand the heartfelt welcome of the Taiwanese people. So we can see from this video here.
虽然是来学中文，但慈济大学华语中心还设计很多文化课程，甚至到庙口与社区互动。
Even though they're here to learn Chinese, but Tzu-Chi University Chinese study, but also plan a lot of cultural classes, even coming to the local temples and join the elderly. So class-wise, we focus mostly on Chinese learning, but we also plan immersive learning of Chinese culture, such as tea ceremonies or calligraphy and volunteer activities. Through these interactions, the students can feel that volunteerism is an integral part of our lives, in addition to practicing their Chinese. So when they see the welcoming and the exchanges from these students, we too feel emotionally attached to them. And so they're making sushi and fragrance packs, which were traditional Chinese craft. So we're very welcoming to the Ukrainians coming to Taiwan, and we hope that in this cradle of Tzu-Chi University, that they feel nourished and feel safe in Tzu-Chi University. In the Sutra of Infinite Meanings, there is a chapter which mentioned about a place of saving, a place of refuge, and we hope that Tzu-Chi could be this place for them, so that in addition to learning continuing their education, they can develop their skills as well as their personal lives. And one day when they're able to return to the home, we'll like to hope that they can bring this all back to their homes and shine like the sunflower again in their homeland. Thank you for listening to my sharing. Let's give a round of applause for Sister Xueyu for her sharing. As we all know that her sharing, her readings are definitely filled with excitement and information. So we plan for these guided readings at least 6 months in advance. And whoever is sharing, so they pick from the week that they're sharing among the 7 days a story that's they most connected with. And so it was out of coincidence. It's totally a coincidence that we have the Ukrainian students joining us today, and we're happy to talk about the story. So we're originally asking her to speak in English, but she said she can speak that in Ukrainian. So it is quite miraculous that we have this coincidence. We have Karima joining us today. And the students from Ukraine, they will be joining us in the study group next month on July 12th. So very grateful for the Ukrainian family joining us today, and thankful for Sister Xueyu. It is completely unplanned because we plan out these sharings about 6 months in advance. We don't even know who's going to come. But fortunately, we have Sister Xueyu, who's very precise and very dedicated as she prepares these slides 2 to 3 months in advance. So, Sister, as we hear from Sister Karima, she will be sharing in Chinese, not Ukrainian, fortunately. Now, for those who are here, you can lift your little decorations, and we're going to take a quick group picture right now. And at the moment, I'd like to read some of the feedbacks online. We're sharing from Brother Su earlier that all of them are in the land where Buddha once walked, and hope that one day they could turn the lives of the people in Buddha's homeland around. So from Shandong, one of the listener is praising how Sister Xueyu is so efficient and preparing all these material despite her busy life. And she's definitely a role model for all of us. We need to learn from her and prepare about 6 months beforehand. And some of other listeners who's watching with us. And there's a lot of feedbacks, even though I don't have the time to read that today. We will collect them all and share with all of you all. So what I want to share is that opportunities is prepare for those who are ready. And sunflowers, their nature is to follow the sun, just like everyone's will be naturally attracted to great love. And next, we would like to share with you all the excerpts from last study group. So even though at the end of this study group, our work does not end, because we have different groups who are preparing short sharings and summaries, and we'll share that with all of you all. And this is from Canada, in Richmond, Canada, from Sister Guo. And this is from the share in Shandong, who wrote a poem summarizing last week's study group. So from the U.S. group, when they share about the summary, they not only have to write in Chinese, but also have to write in English as well. This is just very quickly go over the summaries. So let's give them a round of applause for the writers from across the world. And we're grateful for them to be with us and preparing all that. And for those who have bought the book, I really wish you really enjoyed it. And soon, now that we hear from everybody's feedback, I've decided to have a third print of the book. So I'm sure the editors will be really happy. So you can see Sister Bilian, who's joining us today live. Even though she's here, she's still sewing and preparing all these little trinkets. Now, all these are made by hand. So when we hear that there's a lot of our overseas family joining us, we almost cry because we couldn't make enough. And so when the book was first, but these are the gifts we receive from people who, as their great gifts, congratulations gifts for printing the book. We see this rock, which they were found, and we also have the monks, little monks, with the book.
OK， 所以我们每一次都要看一下哦。那么这样的一个文宣呢，这美美的文宣是谁写的文字呢？各位是。
So today we have the pleasure of our stars from the Dai drama way back home. And all these books were written by Sister Xueyu. And have now come in a habit that whenever we have the Dai drama team come and join us, I will send her the information so she could write this up. And we all know that Dai drama team were always the last to give their information. So we have to be really quick. So let's give them a round of applause for preparing this poster.
Okay, thanks to Jake. So right now I can take over. So this is Richard. Okay, that's an activity team to show our sign language. Like back home earlier, like it's a happy hula la. Yeah. So this is hula la. Yeah, that's way back home early. So later we will show the Dai drama. Go back home early. Happy. Hula la. Okay, let's go back home early, then we'll feel happy and hula la. Why you call it hula la? Just exciting, yeah.
呼啦啦，对，呼啦啦。那我们大家一定要念出来，不要是我念，然后你们就很正确。好，早点回家。再一次吗？好。
So let's try again. 呼啦啦。
对，开始。
So let's try again. Yeah, smile. Go home early.
美满。
Happy. Happy. 呼啦啦。
好看哦，谢谢。
感恩，好。感恩。
Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you. Thank activity team.
所以早点回家，演了100多部的别人的故事。
So let's see, way back home.
人家第4。
So right now, is hearing the main character of Jiali sister. Right now, she says she's nervous, but this is the first time it's been screened like the drama. Yeah, so.
So we'll see. The May 26th, it will be the new drama, Way Back Home.
嘉丽，我非常的5月26号我人在金色，可是看不到，对不对？
So May 26th is in 金色 boat, but he cannot see that. Then he go back home and turn on the TV immediately.
陈婷不是自己演哦。
So when the Chen Ting brother come out, so Chen Ting, this every drama is not the character is although it's their story, but it's a young actor to play their roles. And this is a very beautiful song. Yeah, so enjoy this.
看一下人缘有多好，这些人出现了没有？陈婷呐，她是谁？佩珊师姐哈，金妈咪，陈慧琳师姐，苏炳宪都有人识。执行的小泽。
Yeah, so lots of roles have been taken with like famous actors. So those are the main characters in the story of Lin Jiali's sister. So that's a very nice team. Give a round of applause. Very famous dancing teacher also take a role. Also, there's a famous director visited Kaohsiung study sing. The grandpa.
热情的下面待会哦，你们的举牌哦都要哦，可以跟着一起哦。哇，这个太好玩了，这个英魔代级的魔法公主太好玩了。最佳女主角，简直讲放位置我却放不开的 drama girl。哇，早点回家，我到底有多好看？待会一定要来说说看。 This is very good drama. Yeah, so everyone should watch this. 还是怎么那么巧
多年前的回忆，仿佛昨日。
So Sister Lin Jiali just get an outstanding alumni award.
这些活动奠定了我之后想要念戏剧系的。
It's old pictures of Sister Lin. So a lot of activity like. Like why she want to join this the drama department. We go back to the high school, the 小明女中。
上映中的大爱剧《早点回家》演的就是林嘉丽的人生，爸妈都是听障人士，曾经让她。
So the 大爱 drama Way Back Home. The parents are oh they cannot hear. So it's a very difficult life. So you open your eye to see the world. So when she went back to the Xiaoming High School, then yeah, those the new students say, well, those is so outstanding. And then why? You take the drama first, or you get the outstanding alumni award first. So you say this doing the drama first.
所以你看，马上给他连接起来，多么 honor 的。
So those students feel so excited and to see the sister Lin Jiali visit their school to take the outstanding alumni award. So today we don't talk about the feeling, but we can talk about the stories.
闭联会的窗口之前，所以我们有很多的时候都要透过跟他。
So Lin Jiali's sister is also one member of our the performance group. So let's welcome Lin Jiali system. So you can see, like every year have several performance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's watch like 2018. There's no drama. Why? So later they will tell us some other story. Yeah. So she get the award for like the Golden Bell Prize. Yeah, the heroines and the actors. So they have different dramas and different roles. So let's watch the Way Back Home. So many, yeah, many actors. So there's the grandma role, and they tell everyone you should go back home early. So let's see, go back home early to watch this drama, Way Back Home. There's also a famous one, yeah, Zhong Xinling.
我是美秀，她的闺蜜，好高兴哦，她的故事啊被拍成戏剧喽。
It's a good friend, Lin Meiyun sister.
我的分身在里面哦，想知道故事是什么吗？
So Lin Jiali's story is in the drama. So let's watch this drama. So it's a very long video because there's so many friends. We try to share their feeling. So why you have so many friends? Because the filmmaker they invite all these people to share their feeling about Lin Jiali. It's a very few, like the actor, his own story is being filmed as the drama, so it's a very few case. So how this filmmaker will find out the story of the sister Lin Jiali? Just think about why, because it's taking one of the role and see like other people, other actors will show her play her character. So it's an interesting experience. It's like a crab stay in a shell and get the nutrition, and when grow up, and then will leave the home and take another shell. So it could be another drama team or another environment or a group of friends and maybe another role. So it's like a life of a crab. Let's see the filmmaker. The filmmaker will share the story. When Sister Lin Jiali is young, she's trying to see his destination. It seems that everywhere is my home, but it seems that everywhere is not my home. So he's trying to find out his real destination. The final ending, the Sister Jiali review her life back and from the young to the current status, the old way is what's like unforgettable or all the stories and string up the memory. And this how they film the working. If you cannot find the answer, then go back home. So just encourage everyone, if you cannot find the answer, just find a way back home. Yeah, and you go back home, then you can find another direction and find your energy and start again to your life. So director Wang Keyu have been the Kaohsiung. And Hu Guangzhong, brother Hu Guangzhong, and the story also been directed by director Wang. So this is a very special story, and their home is so cute. So you can see the cute. The family is the grandpa and the grandma, are very cute. So in the drama, we will see the story, the grandpa, grandma, and her parents, and again the Golden Bell Award. And let's see for also different roles. So the most difficult is very hard for them to do. The most difficult is the sign language. So they need to learn because they cannot hear, so they need to use the sign language to communicate. So go to the grandma's home. So then, so go there. There's no any sounds, so only the footstep sounds. Yeah, because they cannot talk. So the whole family cannot talk. So the most impressions stories, the parents become the vegetarian because because of her. So this is the Fang Youxin, the singer, actress, and the host.
真的，我每一次都觉得说，怎么可以演成那么自然，那么好笑哈？所以演员真的是不是盖的。
So this drama sometimes, yeah, you can see the actress they play very well, and it's so interesting, so people will fall in laughter. So let's see, like every step is very important, and you feel more safe. So this actress then meet the sister Jiali together. So you can see the actress from the different age stages. So this very cute little girl is also interesting. So let's talk about her later. So yesterday when you take a special role. So this is a teacher who go there when they in the performance at the moment is a very hard, so many problems. And the Fang Youxin sister try to perform. Yes. So the teacher is so impressed. Yeah, the Fang Youxin sister is try very hard to perform. Yeah, although she's so beautiful and try to perform like an evil role. So this the little girl when Fang Youxin is small. They sing very well. So when Fang Youxin is a little girl, she uses a different way to play several roles. So it's a very good performance when she was young. Was a final for the gold medal. You can see the Fang Youxin did a very good job. It's amazing. Yeah, you can try to search the YouTube and see the interesting video. So it's so touching. The Yan Huilin sister collect those video clips to show here. So when Lin Jiali, the stories, they were part-time and being scored by the customers and deduct the salaries and the motorcycles broken. So it's so tough. The life is so tough. So let's see the welcome. This program. That's the volunteer try to show something. So what a pity you did not see this the drama. Let's see the story. This Daai drama way back home. There's a very strong cases. So let's see the director. Li Guoxiu, Yang Liyin, those are all famous girls. And they sign on the poster. So when other classmates are preparing the examination, but this one is try to watch this drama. So the skill is very, very excellent. So every role is every player is playing so many roles, different roles, and the audience won't really want to leave. That's a good looking. So I make up my mind. I will need to go to the drama department, and all the classmates, the high school classmates, they think, are you sick? You did not get a fever? Are you sure you want to go to the drama department? The classmates is all curious, like, do you know what they are going to test you for the entrance? I don't know, but I'm very confident. So the classmates try to cheer her up. Yeah, Jiali. Yeah, best wishes. Yeah, I will try my best. I will try my best. Everyone. So right now the Dai drama, the air character, the most famous one. So 早点回家 Way Back Home. Let's try to sing the theme song. Let's welcome the main characters. So if you cannot find the answer, then just go back home. So way back home. Go back home early, then recharge and go out again. Do you feel very happy? Yeah. Our volunteers have a very good performance too. So you feel very happy and touching. I see this the outstanding alumni award winner, and Lin Jiali and a very beautiful Fang Youxin. So, Fang Youxin sister, when you see when you are a little girl, did you see the video? What do you think? That's about 30 years ago. So don't mention about that. So let's watch the video. The exaggerated performance. So we just hear about the story, but never see the video clip. So the Kaohsiung Online Study Group is the team is so great. Yeah, dig out lots of video clips. So the Dai Ganen to prepare this gift as their poster for them. This is another gift. It's being used for his tour. Now that's a poster. So you both got gifts.
那你看我们真的有粉丝呢。
Ukraine sister Kylie, yeah. You did not get lots of posters, don't cry. So you will get something. So you try to find the big newspaper, the old newspaper one, so you can see the star chasing. Yeah, try to collect all the news newspaper. Yeah. So yeah, because UFA you can take a picture together with those actors.
你那个要 NG 吗？还是 NG 几次？还是不用？一气呵成。
Yesterday's program. Did you get any like NG?
对，那当然
But
宣传
yeah,
撒花的那个宣传撒花，那个时候制作人跟导演
it's
给我一个
rotating and spread the flowers.
就是佳丽姐在跟
So the director just give him some hint.
任何事情的时候都会特别的
When Jiali talked to Sister Chen Ting, when he talked about something in a funny way, and they did not go to the point, they just talk about other stuff. So that's why the Fang Youxin tried to rotating and spread the flowers. So the director just give some hint, and those actors try to perform the right feeling and the right action. Now why finally it feels so surprising? And how they even the director don't know like how Fang Youxin will perform. So the point is you cannot take the right thing. You just need to do the wrong thing. So that is a very strange thing, the 胭脂媚行。So 胭脂媚行 yeah, it's a so difficult phrase. So all over the world, everyone is trying to look up what does that mean.
其实原来是一个 audition 的现场，那导演就是给 audition 就是我们要
So it was a audition. They try to try out the character first.
那个空间里头就有来甄选的演员跟导演，那导演就
So in the space,
做任何的表
there's
演动作，
all the actors and actresses and the director try to give like a different phrase and so 烟 like a smoke, yeah, and 是 see 媚 is a beautiful work. So you try to perform like a different way, like a ghost, but the other classmates is a very nice lady. So Fang Youxin also tried to perform that thing like make a ghost. So at that time it's already make this the wrong phrase. Yeah. So if you don't know what we are talking about, please go back to check the drama again. So Jiali's sister have performed like 100 dramas, and what do you feel like the people that try to play your role?
来帮你站台。哦，站台。对。我先我刚才呢问的问题，等一下再说。好，就是我们就看戏嘛，然后来的时候上个礼拜他你看穿成这样，他是我们。
So last week you can see.
同仁，可是每个星期三他请假做慈济。
He's the staff of a bookstore, but every Wednesday will take some vacation. Yes. So the Wednesday is so it's so great. So every time like when this brother is watching the video, So if I want to go outside shopping, then you need to like watch the video on the iPhone. So his wife really try to tell this the Jiali saying did not really watch the road just walking, but so the 26 for the first drama. So his brother is listen to the drama, so did not listen to the instructor. So honest, so you can see the drama is so good. Now the May 26th, we cannot watch the TV, but when Meiyun also go back, is catch up. But this the brother is try to do that multi-processing. So his story 峰回青春路。
你的闺蜜，而且我也在里头客串一个爱她的师姑。
演我的贵人，带我进慈济。
So all the friends, yeah, and also the Jiali has been play a role like bring this brother to become a 慈济 volunteer.
夏静婷夏哥。
好，夏静婷夏哥最佳利益。夏哥。好，总之我们真的非常感恩哈，嘉丽也。
His father is 夏静婷。
你也有。
最佳利益 so it's all different the 大爱 dramas, so it's all interesting stories. So the main character of the story. So when did you promise like to take a drama for your stories? So when the drama department is the 会员 is talking about this. See those dramas is very short. So then the grandmaster Chen Yan is saying why your videos or these drama programs are very short. Why don't you take a longer story? But when people try to find him to get this story and how to tell the story and what to say, how to present this story, so then to all think about this the brainstorming several times, and also they change the story maker several people. So in the beginning, the sister Jiali is thinking put this to be the very late, because don't put the 慈济 volunteer first. So the problem is that the most interesting you need to keep that secret. Take that secret, and the most important thing you can already show in the drama. So how can you tell the story, like make that reasonable? Then it's a very tough job. So then they try to make the story more smooth. So go back to the story of their family. So their parents is an environmental protection volunteer, and also the aunts also touch the Tzu Chi first in her family. So this is so surprising, but what's the relation to Lin Jiali's sister then? Okay, so then go back to the story writer, then think about this depending all on her parents. So it depends on father, depends on mother. So last week is Lin Beijiang doctor. So how your name coming from? So in the beginning, from the north part, Lin Beijiang doesn't make anything. But when you go back to the southern part with the Taiwanese, the Lin Beijiang become a very, very strong name.
就像我们知道演大爱剧场，可能他有5个兄弟，然后可是每次出现只有2个，我就会好奇说，那另外3个怎么都没有？哦，
So it will be changed from the real life. So every time it's just use a simplified version of a life. So the drama is to reduce the players. So when Fang Youxin heard like you need to perform the role of Sister Lin Jiali, what do you think? Oh, I feel so stressed. Yeah, because so the senior actors.
他们无视我的存在，我赶快回来。好，
所以从剧场圈啦、电视圈啦，各种表演的这些养分，其实我要开始去诠释他的心路
from the drama TV, so need to try to perform her role and from the school how to get the nutrition for her life. So think about if there's some small mistake, then the audience will not understand what's the Jiali's mind role. So appreciate Jiali very much. So he played a role then. So in this the difficult role in this performance career, the Fang Youxin is not lonely because it's the same the challenge way. Everyone have the challenges. And how to overcome those challenges, become successful, keep Fang Youxin very good, inspiring. From the kids and grow up, you will try to raise some pets, then you will move out from the home. So go everywhere and go stay somewhere in the 3 months everywhere. Then it's just all on the road. But when they try to play this, but they cannot talk about the story, but you can see because in some things about the parents. So suddenly, I feel when the rehearsal, I watch those the family in the drama. I already like 3 months in the southern part of Taiwan, and at that moment, I really want to go home. When I go home, I really want to give them a big hug for my families. So after the action, so I will really go home early. So in the beginning, I want to move out my family, but this time, yeah, it's so because I just move out for 100 meters only, so it's easier to go back home to take the meals. So when she tried to play Jiali's role, it's already find out if you need to pay back to the parents, you cannot wait. You need to do that immediately. So the Youxin's parents, please let Youxin go back home with her parents. So the little girl, the little princess, is also performed very good. It's a magic princess. So who come up with this idea? So the Youxin need to work with them. So this idea is really from the single daughter. It's a real story. So all this conversation is really from Sister Lin Jiali. It's a real story. So the filmmaker, we don't care what you think. It's you need to come up with some conversation and some actions. So they use this the bedtime story. So when the parents try to how to show this all thinking inside their minds. So all this the like a young princess with a lot of free time. So this kind of actor is really like what I think. Yeah. So the filmmaker just take this way for them to perform. So Fang Youxin, yeah, how you like work together with this small girl? So when the filmmaker like talk to her, like why I need to follow this the small girl to lead what I should perform this role. So the story is yeah. So Jiali always have the angel and the evil side to fight together. So if you want to do that in the drama, it's one way. It's like everyone, no matter it's a boy or girl, you have always a small kids inside your mind. So if you use the small kids like with full of love and use this to perform this story instead, so we have a little real girl to perform this role. So sometimes it's really when you are fighting inside your mind, you have a real role to show this way. When your minds are fighting each other, then use the real young girl to show this. So the drama is so quick, so like every time, like when this the young girl, so after like one or the second play is already ended, but they use this way to keep this the little girl to perform. So as a friends, why you are so friends? So Wu Yiran is the first one. So first is have a good connection. The Wu Yiran sister. Then Wu Yiran will get all the friends. Yeah. So the filmmaker, yeah. So her husband have another activity, go to Jiali, but next time. So we talk about another stories about the posters. So to see the posters when we so no sir. Why those posters don't have the photo of these two actors? So this poster is like a painting. So when you watch this this poster way back home, so this is already way back. So you can see this the Jinsi hole. So this Jinsi hole's shape. So we already go back to home. So previously we always use the actor or actress's photos in the poster, but this time it's only painting. So why? This time is so different, different style. So I feel it's so great. So everyone is look like a planet. So the planet is an actor. So you see a round shape there, and that is a home shape. So everyone have a destination. So where is our destination? It's our home. Then we have a home and have an old planet. So another one is the poster, way back home, the go home early. So this a drawing. So who drew this picture? So this a designer. Yeah. So yeah, main teacher saying, yeah, just draw one for me, please. Thank you. Yeah. Can do that later for me. So this is a very difficult. Yeah, everything is using the painting way, painting style to make the poster.
其实我跟他们的缘分很微妙，就是后来我跟
So the relationship is very special. So the filmmaker, so all these senior actors so excellent. So the Yiwen sister is her mentor first. And in several dancing programs, lots of teachers already perform a role of like a mother-in-law, and also the other like players work as her auntie. So why those all the relations are so special? But because of the pandemic, so the music, the program is being cut to half because of the pandemic. So Zhong Xinling is her sister. So Sister Meiyun also like inside that dancing program. So when they just travel these roles, they talk about how we want to perform this. It's the real play, the stage play. So the main 18. We get a pandemic need to there's the shelter in place, so all the performance being cut off. Yeah, the May 19. So everyone need to stop and start the online program instead of the real face-to-face meeting. But yeah, the main 老师 saying that we keep the online study group together using a computer and internet instead of the real thing. So we talk about all this. Yeah, you use this opportunity to get together all the previous group of actors together. So it's an amazing opportunity. So her parent, the grandmother is Yang Liyin. So the volunteer to find a grandma. So Amma is watching the grandma. The Yang Li is watching the Yang Liyin. So then Jiali and Yuxin perform those. So why we make this? So previous 三人行不行城市之花的all the friends. So it's because Sister Yang Liyin so make up her mind to become an actress. Then like after that I have so many performances together with Yang Liyin and Xialian together. So it's amazing when you vow to have this way, then all these people will come together. So I cheer you up, although you like from the back, the failure of division in the.
老师当时那简讯一封10块钱，你该不会真的投下去了吧？
我没有做这样的事，
吓我一跳。
但是就是说，比较夯的节目，我以前
So in the start way, so there's a tax voting. So there's every tax is $10. So did you really vote for me? This star role is very famous, popular. So Fang Youxin is a comeback from the failed division, but eventually she won the final champion. Yeah. So it's so difficult.
然后谢谢。如果从他们旁，如果歌手呢是在用自己方佑兴来诠释一首歌，用自己来。
If the singer, if Fang Youxin uses herself to perform this thing in a song, but to perform the other people's story is I need to dedicate into the role. So this is surprising. This is really from her life the flower is from her home. They're so fresh. So eventually we'll try to show you the sign language. So you can see this the sign language tutorial. So everyone need to learn some of the sign languages so we can discuss with people in need. So if the people find a way, let's come and go. Yeah, those are a simple sign language. Welcome, welcome, 欢迎. So you can see welcome. Yeah, the sign language of welcome. So you try to teach us for the sign language. Let's hold the microphone for her. So I see it's way back home. So can we have this thing to put that onto the microphone? So from now on, we will have this go back home early. So I will show you the 早点回家 way back home early. 等等就回家 Wait a minute, we'll go home. Wait a little bit. 顺 So now, very quick, come home now. So it's wait a little bit, wait a little bit. So go back. Back is 2 square. 2 square is back. Home is this home. So that means one side. Back home, go. Back home, go. Wait a little bit, go back home. So let's try the same language. 等等 yeah. Wait a little bit. Go back home, go. Back home, go. Highly appreciated. So thank you very much. So it's very fresh flowers. So we also thank you to the Dai Gainan technology. So make this a very special poster. And also our agent and the assistant, Chocolate. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. So this the starlight sprinkling. So if you did not see this drama yet, please go back. So YouTube, you can review the previous dramas also. So like a very old time, yes. So let's watch this Fang Youxin. Yeah, this become. Yeah, that's a very special performance when it's Fang Youxin's little girl. So that's very impressive. Let's go back to watch the drama. Yeah, that's a big round of applause. Thank you, thank you.
一起来唱这一首好听的主题曲。那么在这里看到简报上，
So right now let's try to sing this again. So we see this very good feedback because Jiali sis has been here the Kaohsiung before. Then there's a different thing. 爱上胖子味的方 thing, the bread maker story. Yeah. 那雨过天晴 there's different dramas. So let's try again. Yeah, this is the same song.
哦，你们是歌曲放人才出来吗？啊？哦，好的，那我们现在呢？
Okay, let's sing this song together.
这首主题曲也叫做
Way Back Home.
来。
哇，亲爱的家人，我们站起来，一起来动一动。全球家人一起来动一动。哇！
Everyone stands up. Let's try to exercise. Go back home early, way back home.
反边。
The dream, I leave the home. Same as other people. The crowded people make me feel so lonely. This voice is so huge. The road is so long. I start to doubt myself, the early decision. I play the guitar, but I cannot sing anymore. Hear the familiar sounds from the far away. If you cannot find the answer, just go home. So all homes a story. From the wall we climbed over, the old sofa and old neighbors.
好，起飞了。
城市的灯火依然如星光般灿烂，我找到自己，这算不算答案？
I'll find myself. Is that a good answer? I bought a ticket and I put a dream to my back. I jumped to the train, the third floor, to the window. So everyone try to watch this drama. 2, 3, 4. I start to doubt my early decision. I play the guitar. I cannot sing anymore. I hear familiar sounds from the far away. If you cannot find the answer, just go home. The story is from the wall we climbed, and the soup prepared by the mom. Anytime we can go back to our home, but cannot go back to the old ages.
起飞。
城市的灯火依然如星光般灿烂，
找到自己。
The light in the city is like the stars. So I find myself is not a good answer. I just bought a train ticket and put the train in my bag and jumped on the train and then go back home. Go home. Yeah.
请问早点回家好不好看？
好看。
我们祝福早点回家，长虹，耶！谢谢，请坐，感恩。
真的非常的感恩哈，早点回家。那么接下来
Thank you, thank you.
即将呢，海外家人啊，青林组长在这边呢，非常感恩热情的家人啊。苏联就说呼吁大家早点回家，苏兰就说啊，因缘和合真的不。
So for our next section, we are welcoming our speaker who you've already met earlier. This is Karima Romaniv.
不论是早点或迟了一点，都能找到回家的路，这就是幸福啦。高雄的碧娟说，演艺人员表现光鲜亮丽，但是台上1分钟，台下10年功。透过此剧，真的可以深入了解。
So we're now reading some of the comments about the last session and about this this drama, Way Back Home.
幸好还有身边家人朋友的支持跟陪伴，嘉丽师姐，你一路要走下去哦，令人赞叹哈。哎，彩云。 台南的彩云说：“梅老师新造型很棒，更亲民，因为带感恩的衣服，今天一定要去买哈。”海外家人亲临主场，我跟你说的。
One of the latest comments is about what Sister Meiyun is wearing today. She's saying
they like her new style, and Sister Meiyun says this is thanks to dye technology. This is clothes created by dye again technology.
为什么我们在那边的时候非常需要他的一个帮忙？因为在这个帮忙下，就他能够直接用中文，然后跟上人。
So we actually met Karima very early on, and we really needed her help because she was able to help us with a lot of the interpretation and communicating in Chinese to Dharma Master Zheng Yin. And so you'll see here on video an instance of her sharing on Dai TV. As early as yesterday, Dharma Master Zheng Yin was still talking about the event in Ukraine as well as in Nepal. Now, in this next video, you can see that Karima is helping with some of the certification training classes that we held in Ukraine. So Karima is responsible for interpreting between Chinese and Ukrainian. And so today, she's going to come here and share with us today about her story and her journey as a refugee. And her experience having to flee to somewhere that was not her own home, not her own country. Here it's saying that Karima is from Ukraine and 25. I think now she's actually 26. So this video is saying that Karima played a very important role for a lot of Tzu-Chi activities because she could help to interpret between languages. Now with her important role, what that also meant that she had to absorb and listen to a lot of the different refugees' journeys. And Karima is sharing here that when she first started helping Tzu-Chi and interpreting, she felt like she was crying every day as she listened to the different refugees' journeys. As I heard their pain, I also felt their pain. Agreed to give an interview for a Taiwanese media outlet. And in that interview, as they, they panned the video of the streets of Ukraine and everything looked normal. At the time, she felt 100% confident and expressed this, that conflict would not break out. And yet, days later, we knew that the Russia-Ukraine war did break out. And since the war broke out, it has been more than a year. And this has been something that has continued to be on Dharma Master Zheng Yin's heart. Today we have to thank one of our volunteers, or Tzu-Chi volunteers, for letting us know that Karima is here in Taiwan right now, but that she's leaving soon. And because of this, we were able to make sure to arrange for Karima to come join us today and share her story. And so thank you to Brother Victor and Sister Janet for giving up their session today to let Karima share. So Karima actually has a book that will be published soon, but if you're part of the book sponsor club, you will receive the book that I'm holding in my hand right now, which is kind of the first the first of two books that will come out about the war in Ukraine. So of course, Karima's role has been very, very important in a lot of our work. And as we learn more and more about her story, it was decided that there would be a book about her specific story as well, her account of the war. So again, if you're a part of the book sponsoring club, after some time, you will receive a copy of this book. And through this book, we'll learn about the collective power that we have when we come together from all around the world, such as in this case where we are helping those in Ukraine. So you can see that we're really making sure to capture the great love of Tzu-Chi in multiple different formats, multiple different channels. So let us welcome Karima, who is from Ukraine, and let us warmly welcome her. Welcome, Karima. Thank you so much. Oh, so that's her slideshow controller. So the book that we just introduced earlier, there are a lot of stories of Ukrainians. This is from the 2 months that I was in Ukraine when we interviewed many in Poland when we interviewed a lot of Ukrainians, and a lot of these Ukrainians came from some of the most dangerous wartime areas. Now, the second book that we are going to be publishing soon is my own account of the war. So it's a focus on my story. Aside from the war, how I came to know Tzu-Chi and my involvement with Tzu-Chi, and just my account of the war. Now, of course, it is very hard to express a lot of the emotions sometimes sometimes it's very difficult to express the emotions and the feelings that you can have, especially in a complex situation like this. But for me, it felt very natural to write out many of these thoughts and feelings of my own. And my sincere hope through all of this is that this is the last sort of conflict that we see in our lifetimes. Many times we'll see in movies, TV shows, and we can understand how scary these sorts of conflicts, human conflict can be. But to be part of it yourself, it was 100 times more scary than I could have ever imagined. So I prepared a PowerPoint today to sort of introduce what I can today. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I'll do what I can. My name is Karima. My Chinese name is Kailin. I can speak Chinese because in Ukraine, I was a student of Kiev National Linguistic University, and my major was Chinese interpretation. So you can see here some of the illustrations and the stories from the book that we talked about. Now, this first book did include snippets of my story as well. But again, that second book that will be published soon will have more of a full account of my story. So we're kind of just flipping quickly through the slides right here, right now. I mentioned earlier that I participated in a news report where I had expressed with the Taiwanese news media outlet, and I had expressed that there is no way that this conflict is going to break out. I could not have imagined that in that sort of peacetime, such a conflict would come out and that the war would last for so long. I really liked the name of the drama earlier, Way Back Home, and I hope that all of us can have the opportunity to return home as quickly as possible, because my home now is gone. So in the area where I reside, there was even more damage recently, and so I really don't have somewhere to go now. And despite having been out of my own home country for so long, more than a year now, really in my heart and in the heart of a lot of Ukrainians, what we really hope for is to be able to go back home as soon as possible. So for about 8 years now, I have been in Kiev, but my hometown is actually in southern Ukraine. On February 22nd, last year, I got a message from my mom saying she felt she had health concerns, and she hoped for me to go home. And at the time, I already had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. So I returned on the 23rd, and 24th is when the war broke out. And after the war broke out, we could not leave our homes. So here right now, you'll see actually a screenshot from the news article where I had said that I didn't think the war was going to break out. So this date, February 22nd, 2022, is kind of like 22222. That was the day where I left Kiev, I believe, to go back to my hometown. But I hadn't thought that now going back to my hometown, which I think is Kherson. So yes, Kherson in the south of Ukraine, that's where her home is. And I believe she ended up having to stay much longer than imagined. So it was a very dangerous area at the time. And in the surround, you could see that we were very close to Russia as well. And so we didn't have a lot of options for where we could go. So this is when the war first broke out. Many of us stayed in the underground shelters. You can see here, this is me and my mom. The underground shelters were actually very, very cold, so you couldn't stay there for very long. And what we learned was that the scariest thing about being in an underground shelter was not about being hungry, but about being cold. So at the time in Poland, we saw these blankets that you can see right now. These special blankets that were constructed of water bottles. And so I was very touched. So I'd actually been to Taiwan in the past, and I saw at the time, elderly Taiwanese people picking up plastic bottles. And I eventually had learned that these plastic bottles could turn into wonderful products like these blankets. And so I learned that Taiwan has a lot of efforts around environmental protection. And especially being far away from home, having these warm blankets brought warmth to our hearts. So I call these blankets blankets of great love. I don't remember the exact quantity, but I remember so many of such blankets being sent from Taiwan to Poland, and then even from Poland to Ukraine, because again, being cold was actually one of the worst things that we could face, even more than hunger. So this is actually the path that I took as I was escaping, fleeing from Ukraine to Poland. So you could see that we couldn't go north through Ukraine because that was where a lot of the fighting was going on, and that all meant almost certain death. Now, I had a friend I believe in a different country, and the friend was saying, actually a friend in Crimea, and they had a way to get us on a bus and asked if we wanted to do this. And my family at the time was concerned about this option because we didn't know how safe it was, but I knew this was the only option. But I still felt that, and so I felt that I had to take this option. But fortunately, I was very safe through this journey, as you can see, because now I'm here and I'm able to share with you. So we went to Crimea, through part of Russia, through Latvia, all the way through Lithuania as well, and then finally to Poland. So it sounds like maybe it took maybe 3 to 4 days to drive, and it sounds like maybe they didn't stop much along the way. And it sounds like as they were trying to leave the country, maybe they were interrogated or questioned, and as long as you didn't bring up anything political, they generally had a way or would allow for you to leave. Or maybe this is when they were traveling through the countries. So it was a scary experience, but they made it through. So this was a very sudden experience of us having to leave our homes, going to somewhere unfamiliar, completely against our will. And every day felt like suffering because it felt like there was no meaning in life. Or rather, life had lost all meaning. But then after meeting Tzu-Chi, a lot of things changed. Right here in the photo, you can actually see a volunteer in Poland who was helping Tzu-Chi's efforts. At that time, I met Tzu-Chi. I knew nothing about Tzu-Chi. I didn't know who Dharma Master Zheng was. But I saw these volunteers who were so sincere in helping us and comforting us, and I felt very touched by this. You might know the folks on this slide right here. After meeting Tzu-Chi, many times I heard the saying that the saying of loving without asking for anything in return. And at the time, I felt, yeah, maybe there's something you hear on TV, but I did not believe that this is something that actually existed in the world. But then I saw that Tzu-Chi volunteers coming to this foreign country, to this unfamiliar place, helping strangers that they didn't know at all, so sincerely, and I came to believe this through what I saw with Tzu-Chi. And so all of my accounts, all of those things that touched me so much, I wrote in this book. So I hope that you can have a chance to read my story as well and learn about some of these accounts that I had. Thank you. So over here, we want to express our gratitude to Karima and share this little gift with her, and especially for joining us on this short notice. For many of the things that she was not able to share today, we hope to have an opportunity to let our family members from Ukraine or other Tzu-Chi volunteers come share more stories about Ukraine. And of course, there is the existing book and the new book to be coming out that will specifically be talking about Karima's story. Yes, we are grateful to the volunteers who put together this gift. And on this gift, we're saying that just one seed can bring strength to this world, and Karima is that seed. Sister Ruocen over here was saying, oh my goodness, Karima, you speak Chinese better than I do. And then we have these other little gifts for you as well. These little, we'll call them little dolls. And these are handmade, specifically, they were sewed together by our volunteers. So I have to apologize to Sister Jiali and Sister Ruocen because for this doll that we're giving to Karima today, it's only for her. We only have this one gift that we can give today that we have to give to Karima, if I heard that correctly. Here's another gift over here created by our plastic bottles, recycled from plastic bottles, that we hope will bring warmth to you. And then there's another gift over here created by one of our volunteers who is in her 90s. She created this little ornament right here. And we were going to give these gifts next week, but since you're here this week, we're actually going to give it to you today for you to bring back to Ukraine. So thank you so much again to Karima for sharing with us today. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're a little bit short on time. Originally, we were going to introduce a few other things, but today we won't have time.
So the first time when I received this poster, she almost cried because this is the first time she had received this kind of gift. And this came from our art and designs team, which they worked together to create this her posters. And so she says that she received, this is the best Christmas present that she has received. Now this time, even though I didn't ask him for any gifts, because during our 10-year anniversary, he has already given us the anniversary present. But he has shared today that that he was going to reveal one of the new designs coming here. But unfortunately, we heard from yesterday that the design wasn't ready yet. So fortunately, we have this hanging pendant, which represents the animals that are close to extinction. Now, this video here is to show you the beginning, the origin of the Dai technology group. And it started so Brother Dingming actually started with the Tzu-Chi basketball team. So we can see his footprints, his videos through the histories of Tzu-Chi. On December 10th, it's the birthday of the Dai technology.
2008年12月10号，大爱感恩科技公司成立，有5位企业家共同。
So in 2008, December 10th, that is when the Dai technology group was founded. It was an investment of 5 entrepreneurs to continue the Tzu-Chi humanitarian beliefs and using recycled plastic to make environmentally friendly textile. And we all know that trash nowadays is a misplaced asset of a city. So we were able to put it back to where they need to be. The trash becomes an asset. All the revenues from Dai technology is donated back to Tzu-Chi for humanitarian relief and international disasters relief. So making Dai technology the only completely environmentally friendly company in the world. We have received the water footprints certification for the Tzu-Chi blankets. As we all know that if we're to reduce from our trash, and we're able to make the world a better place. So watching these videos, we can see that if there is a will, there is a way. And they even receive many interviews from foreign media. So today, their presence is not only to share with us their aspirations and their determinations. And as you can see, how tall he is, he was able to achieve a lot more. Even during the pandemic, they did not take a break from Dai technologies. Mass, we can see their effects around the world. So for those who understand them, we know that no matter what they set out to do, it's never a problem, never a challenge for them. So we know that a lot of people may have questions about Dai technology group. So they have prepared a video and compiled all the frequently asked questions to answer. Now, most people think that recycled plastic bottles may not be a very good fiber for the clothing, but each of these clothing represents a blessing to the world, as well as a blessing to those in need, because these textile, these recycled plastic fibers also used to make blankets. So today we'll be using a Q&A format, and we'll have Sister Shipi to ask the questions. So let's say our slogan, I'd like to be with you because you have positive energy. Now, everyone here you see are wearing different clothes, but these are all clothing made by Dai Technology. So let's give them a round of applause and listen to take a seat. So let's listen to them, the questions they have prepared for us.
金色师傅以及全球线上高雄读书会的家人，大家中午好。好，很开心，今天我们来到了线上读书会的现场。
Above masters, hope you all have a great day. We're very happy to be here in the study group. Previously, when I was sitting on the seats down there, I remember that I was here during the 10-year anniversary. Now we are at our 15th anniversary. It's quite an impressive feat. Now, I know a lot of people have questions about Dai Technology, and many people asked whether we are a group, organization, or are we an enterprise, and what is our relationship with Tzu-Chi. So first, I'd like to ask our manager. So Dai Technology is a one-of-a-kind social enterprise that's focused on environmental protection. When I founded the company, we thought that as an entrepreneur, besides making money, making a profit, what else can we contribute to this world? So in 2008, we started this company. And the next year, we donated all the shares to Tzu-Chi. So regardless of whether the entrepreneurs or our regular volunteers or our staff, everybody's effort all come together to our stockholder, which is the Tzu-Chi Foundation. And we can multiply and amplify their love. So today, even though it is the Kaohsiung Study Group, this is actually a shareholder meeting because everyone here is a member of Tzu-Chi, which is a shareholder of this company. So everyone here today received a pendant which made from recycled plastic. Now, we know that in Dai Technology there is a special code, special number. And what is the meaning of this number? So many people would say that, are we trying to promote people to purchase more things? Well, we have three numbers here. It's 33, 15, and 57. The 15 in the middle here is the number of years that technology has founded. And on this platform, we have more than 200 partners who have been aiding us. All our resources came from our recycling volunteers. For the 33 years, these volunteers may be contributing to their home or their life, their careers when they're younger. But now they're contributing to preserving the natural resources. So everything is returned back to Tzu-Chi and continue the circle of love. So throughout this process, I'm sure they have faced many difficulties and issues. As we hear that behind every successful man, there is a great woman. So our great woman today is our creative director, Sister Ruocen. Now, you can see here, we see a small display of our products. Everything here can be made from recycled plastic. Now, this process is not a simple thing. So I'd like to share with you the latest, most popular 3 products that we have brought today and the stories behind it.
在我们的海外赈灾也
So
常常看
first,
到的，我们的佳丽师姐双手比赛
it,
的原子笔的部分。
these are the
那
pens
师傅可以
who's
来跟
been
我们
very
分享这
popular
原子
in
笔从
these
无
past
到有的一个过程。
1 or 2 years. And it's been seen whenever we do international disaster relief. So what is the story behind these pens? Well, these pens, previously, before we designed it, all our plastics were recycled and made into textiles. And we thought that if the plastic recycled is already a plastic product, so can we keep its original form? And we started out with these small things and developed the pens. And later on, we designed for mechanical pencils. It is because in Mozambique, Master saw videos where the student was using a pencil that's only 1 centimeter long, and that made Master very concerned. So she wanted us to develop pencils that will never shorten, and that is the mechanical pencils. So why are there 2 different colors? It's because even though they could be made from any colored plastic bottles, and it is because as we from the making of the blankets, we always have little trimmings, and we recycle those trim pieces and turn those into the pencil, the casing for the pencil. So originally we planned to design this multi-use pen and pencil where they're tied together, and this has taken us a lot of efforts because we have seen many of the similar products, very similar products in the public.
红黑蓝这样子，通常都是这样的原子笔。那因为他们2个的里面的零件啊是会不同的，所以我们有点困难。
Now, because for each of the pens and pencils, their parts are different. So putting them together into one in one case has taken us about 2 years. And finally, with everybody's effort, we were able to put them all together. Now, it's easier said than done. And even the process of creating a molding, don't underestimate this little pen. There's actually many parts.
都可以替换的，甚至我们还贴心到，如果你临时想要用橡皮，
And we created this to be environmentally friendly, where you can replace each individual component. And there is a eraser attached. So why does Master insist that everyone has a pencil? Is because that whenever we're writing or drawing, we can make a sketch with pencil, where that way we can change easily and then finalize it with pen. As we all know that Master is very conscious and he preserves paper. The packaging also could be used as a bookmark, and there is a just aphorism printed on each of these pencil cases. Like in this particular one is that to be a well-rounded person, then we do things smoothly.
所以看从一支小小的笔啊，它可以透过环保的科技，
and you can use this as a bookmark. That way we can help to reuse and reduce waste.
我们分享另外一个，我个人觉得也是非常实用的。当疫情虽然说现在疫情比较趋缓。
So in addition to the creativity into this pen, I would like to, she would also like to share with us something else they created, such as we know that in the past year, due to the pandemic, we have to keep our hands clean. And we also created a special hand sanitizing cream.
然后它刚好又具备了抗菌的
And as we have heard that during relief, we may have the need to help. We have the need for lotion or nourishing products.
有点小小的呢。
And as we come into summer, we also wanted to create a product that could repel mosquitoes or insects.
那这支呢？
So now we want to be environmentally conscious, so we don't want to kill the insects, we just want to repel them. Now everything here is made from plant products and have received certification, and we never tested on animals. And we have able to achieve 99.9% of antibacterial effect. And we also had trials where we test out the insect repelling properties. And the smell, the aroma also helped to calm you down. As you see here, this is a blue bottle, and it is made from water bottles, and everything is 100% environmentally friendly. So as we hear each of these products, they all came with a special motivation.
有没有什么门市的感动故事是让世博印象深刻？
And we know the recycling station is not just a place of work, but it's also a location where people are gathering and activating. So as we have stores in each of the Tzu-Chi hospitals, I'd like to share with you the two that we got the story from. This is from the Taipei Tzu-Chi hospital, when we had one of the patients coming in a wheelchair, and we share with them that everything here is made from recycled product and from Tzu-Chi. And the daughter asked and so the mom wanted to keep her clothing from the stores, but because she had a catheter attached, she's unable to wear the clothes that are here, that we have here. Now, as we know, if you're feeling sick, even you have the best meal, you may not have the appetite. But now but she thought that even that she could use this act of purchasing to contribute to the relief efforts of Tzu-Chi. Now, in Hualien Tzu-Chi Hospital, we have a massage station. Now, mostly in Taiwan, masseuse are typically those who are vision impaired. So we have one of the masseurs is asked to purchase his sunglasses. And we asked that because if you're vision impaired, why are you wearing sunglasses? Now, he said that even though he's hearing impaired and carrying a stick, some people may not see him or think that he's just pretending. So if you wear sunglasses, then people will know that he's vision impaired. So as we see from each of these products that we have, there's a lot of stories around it. And these are stories that happen in each of our stores every day. So in that technology, whether it is the products or our locations, there's a lot of stories where people's lives are enriching the lives of others. So the name of our diadrama is called The Way Home. And as we all know, our managers, because he's so busy that he has never been able to go home early, and have inspired a lot of our staff and our young people that he's been working so hard to preserve the environment. So I'd like to ask if you have any thoughts about him not coming home. So I'm very impressed with him that, just to achieve his dream, his mission, that he's trying everything he can. And the process also changed him or improved him as well. Before, he was a very shy and very reserved person, but now we can see he's no longer that way. And it is because he wanted to promote the diet technology, so he expanded his horizons and overcome his personal obstacles, and so that he had to share with people. And that way, he's able to now speak on stage. Of course, he is no match for our teacher Meiyun, who can talk very quickly and with very enriching topics. But coming back to the story is that if you have a direction, if you have a goal, then you will work hard to reach that. So as we have here that the past 15 years, our manager has been this has been his life goal for the past 15 years. And we see him weeping when he shared with Master. So I'd like to have him share about his feelings the past 15 years. So as we know, in environmental protection, our volunteers never learn what to do from books. Rather, they learn it from the teams that they work with. And I'm very grateful for the team that I work with, because no matter the obstacle, no matter the difficulty that we face, our teammates work together and help each other out. Even though we may not have the professional know-how, but we have accumulated a lot of knowledge and wisdom, especially from the staff persons. Never underestimate yourself. And we learn that a suitable amount of pressure is ground for motivation. So I'm very grateful for Master and our brothers and sisters for their suggestions and keeping us keeping us creative so that we expand not just from clothing, not just from textile. And as we heard from our masters that ever since the founding of Tzu-Chi, her goal has been for Buddhism and for sentient beings. So it is very important that we grasp each moment and turn that fleeting moment into eternity. Ever since I met Master, I learned that anything that Master has, any task that Master has given you, you will definitely able to do it. All you need to do is to find your potential and reach out to the people that you need. So we're hoping everyone will work together and help continuing with the Jiali technology. And I'm very thankful for everyone's encouragement and support. So we're very grateful that they truly have them working together and overcoming any difficulties. As we can see here that all these products here, when we have the different regional teams, that's when the 7th generation sunglasses were promoted. That day we had a very bright sun, so everyone purchased one of these, and everyone were very happy with the purchase. As you can see, I've changed. I wear different sunglasses now, and you can see this is for everyone. We have to give them all a thumbs up. Now their team is also using so our team will quickly take this picture and turn that into a meme or a picture card. And each of the stories into the products you hear, if you feel like they are truly magical, very special, then you know where to get them. Yesterday I went back to the school that I taught and met one of the teachers that I work with, and she wanted me to introduce them. And I've used the pen, the recycling pen, as a prop to promote, to recommend our teacher to the evaluation committee. So we have rarely seen pens or combined with mechanical pencils. So we have this special product available at a very friendly price. So not only are you finding use, you are also help to spread love to everyone. And you know, if you can see, I've been working really hard to get to know the product. And especially this cushion here, because it was sold out as soon as it became available. And I really wanted to share with you all because this is a very comfortable cushion. Now, this cushion was designed for the comfort of the elderly. Now, when I tested it out, I immediately let them know that this is very comfortable. So I said it was really comfortable to sit on, but if you use it as a back support, it seems to be too thin. And they immediately change the design so you can fold them up and even use them as a pillow.
它中间为什么要有这个空气流通的沟槽？它就是要让，比如说
，she would like to add that the grooves in the middle is to help with air circulation for those who have surgery, who have difficulty, who have an uncomfortable seat. This is to help support them, so to help relieve the pressure on their surgical site. And each of these have been received, has been undergone trials. And for especially for those who have difficulty to standing, this cushion help to support them and take the stress out of their knees.
不要嫌贵，大家感恩科技不要嫌贵，完全回馈，快买就对，好不好？就是这么简单。然后你看看咯，这样的一个眼镜，其实我真的就把它。
So I don't think the price is expensive because everything you pay for that technology is used to support the missions of Tzu-Chi.
可以挡那么多的太阳光，你为什么不戴一个大家感恩科技的，然后来
？And these sunglasses it also help protect not just sunlight, but also blue light as well. And so wearing this sunglasses not only help protect our eyes, but also protect our world. And these shoes, I have both of them as well.
但是现在我就这样黑白配就配出好多造型了，所以我觉得超赞的。然后这一顶帽子，以前只有单纯的就是帽子。
Now I had many pairs of shoes before, but now that I have these black and white shoes, it goes with everything I have. And also this hat, as we see that there is a light, a solar panel, and a light attached on top here. And we also have a cloth in the back to help protect their neck from sunlight. Now, from the stories they shared, each of these products were designed with overcoming many difficulties. Like the pens, was actually received a blessing from Master. So each of these products is a testament to how they were able to work together and achieve the impossible. So let's have them come in the front here.
讲给他们听，请你们把人家的礼物拿在手上，好不好？越暗就越亮哈，然后比个赞这样。
So as we
然后你们三个要出来。
As we know, these products, these presents, I would like to ask everyone to put their thumbs up.
赶快哦！啊，你们也有哦。哦，来，赶快。啊，一起来哦。 好，这边台中的角旗说，果然是高雄线上读书。
So everyone can come together and take a photo. Now this is quickly from our listeners. They're from Taiwan volunteers that they have many of the questions answered by listening to today's talk, and they're very grateful that not only did they give an outlet for the recycled products, but also give the recycling volunteers an opportunity to contribute to the love and compassion of Tzu-Chi across the world and continuing the circle of love. So please give a thumbs up, like, and share with everyone. And most importantly, it is to promote our slogan.
他没有给他麦克风，所以他一把什么？一包币，太赞了，乖，这就对了。你觉得林嘉丽可能
So she already bought a bag of pens.
分享，拿出诚意好。既然大爱感恩科技是
And she is definitely use that to share with everyone. So as we know that technology is an opportunity for us to share and continue our love. So let's take this opportunity to pledge our support to DAI technology.
不是开玩笑的吧？就是前面5位实业家嘛，他就坚持到现在。但是，一般老板都会赚到钱，这个老板就只有掏钱跟掏心，好不好？好。
Even so, our manager today, he actually did not make any money. He's all volunteering. He's still volunteering. But he's able to sustain until now, and because of his willpower.
我要讲句话，我以前是不买什么衣服，而且都是3折才买。但是我买大爱感恩完全没在手。
You cannot put a price on these products because it is about supporting and recycling. And because nowadays, whenever I buy DAI technology products, I'm never concerned about the price because everything is about supporting and protecting our world.
所以就加了一个这个去夹我的麦克风，所以就是，那你也不一定全身都要大爱感恩，你其实是可以分。然后我老公会去买这个，他上个礼拜吧，我说不行，就今天。所以各位
，you don't have to wear
如果在这边吃完
everything out of that technology. You can also pair it with other things. So for everyone here, if you have the opportunity, please look around and check out these new products and all these products. So let's one more time say our slogan. We like to be with you because you have.
对不起，我一定要找人扣哈。好，感恩。好，来串联爱串联，所以让这个讯息7月12号我们正式启动，非常的感恩。下个星期来，我们送你手作粽子，90岁的碧云阿嬷手作粽子。好，阅读金丝品味金丝，一定也要爱我们的金丝。所以，无论是新书或者是这些家常用品，别怀疑，我们连洗发精。
也要爱我们的金丝，所以。无论是新书或者是这些家常用品，别怀疑，我们连洗发精都有哦。好，所以大爱感恩跟净思都是我们要相挺的。强档预告，下个星期我们即将跃上云端编辑群，因为郑海文是我们的教编，所以他也会来到。所以那旅足迹的导读是北京的介文清师兄哈。那下个礼拜周如意以及我们郑海文即将会莅临主场。概念想要传法随，就得要爱上人，就多说慈济。所以周寿山，请跟我们连线一起。我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量。只有拼出来的美丽，没有等出来的辉煌。人可以没有权利，但要有影响力。我们挥手跟上人金水师父以及所有的家人再见，感恩凯琳家人。台南的，赶快用最快的速度到2楼跟我们跨，东西，对，先放着就好，这个可以，走，来，快，谢谢嘉欣，谢谢，好，当然，奇怪，他只是变暗，又不是瞎掉，戴这个很好没。